Hey, I'm Mojtaba from Timeless Nature. Welcome to my channel. In this video and the next one, I'm gonna tell you about our trip to Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo. If you are looking for a trip advice to these beautiful cities, these videos are exactly what you want. I lived in Brazil for 3 months to do research at the University of Sao Paulo in the Sao Carlos campus. In the end, my wife and I had the opportunity to travel to Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo for vacations. It was a 5 days holiday, actually 4 days in Rio de Janeiro and 1 in Sao Paulo. So I will show you in 2 parts our journey in Brazil and share with you which places we went, what food we had, and also some tips and tricks. I hope it helps you to have a nice trip to these beautiful cities. This was our plan. Day number 1, walking to the city to see the historical part of the town. Make sure you wear proper shoes, it's gonna be a long hike. Day number 2, Maracana Stadium and Mercado Municipal. Day number 3, Christ the Redeemer and Sugarloaf Mountain. Finally, Jardin Botanica. And churrasco at Fogo de Chao. Every night we went to the Copacabana beach for hiking and riding bikes. Before telling you what we did each day, I'll give short answers to some questions that might be yours. Where did you stay? America's Benidorm Place Hotel. It's a 4-star hotel within walking distance of Copacabana Beach. Considering the price of $400 Canadian for 5 nights, its location close to Siqueira Campus metro station, and amenities like whirlpool in the room, pool on the roof, and breakfast included was a good option. Did you buy a SIM card? Yes, you can buy a prepaid SIM card with 15 reals and pay 30 reals for the internet. Internet is pretty cheap in Brazil. You will get something like 30 gigabytes with this amount. I recommend it because you need to check Google Maps. Sometimes you buy a ticket online to skip the lines. Also, you can get an Uber. We took Uber several times and didn't pay more than 30 reals. Also, you can ride these orange bikes. For that, you need internet. Tip number 1. For SIM cards, you need the CPF number. Actually, CPF is something like SIM number in Canada or SSN in the US. So do not forget to request the CPF when applying for the visa. Or if you don't need the visa for entering Brazil, just apply for the CPF before getting into the Brazil. So you may need it for online purchases or SIM card. It doesn't hurt to have it, so just apply for it and get it. Is Rio safe? Yes, absolutely. When I was searching for this question before our trip, I got scared a little bit. Rio has a bad reputation for crimes like pickpocketing, but we didn't feel unsafe in the city just once, and it was in a particular part of the city that I tell you later on. Generally, we didn't have any problem. Even downtown, I used my gimbal for recording videos. Just make sure you are using your phone in a corner and hold it firmly. Don't stay out late at night. By late, I mean after 10 or 11 on a weekday in a vacant part of the city. That's all. In Copacabana Beach, there are so many cops and usually it's crowded, so it's no problem to be there late at night. Which types of transportation did you use? We used the metro, bus, and Uber. You can buy a Giro or Grio card for metro, load it and conveniently use it. 2 people can use 1 card, so you don't need to buy it individually. Tip number 2, for 2 people, if your trip to your destination is done with the metro and you just need to change the line, it's recommended to just take the metro. You need to pay just 14 reals. But if you need to use the combination of metro and buses, do not do not use them. If you do a simple math, you need to pay 14 for metro, 9 for 9 reals. I mean, for the bus. So the sum is 23 reals. It's better to take the Uber. It won't be more than 30 reals. So for 2 people. Can I use Visa and MasterCard in Brazil? Credit and debit cards, I mean. Yes, it's convenient and easy to use your credit card instead of cash. But if you need cash, you can withdraw cash from ATMs. It doesn't matter how much you take. Actually, you need to just pay 20 reals as the transaction fee for each withdrawal. It's a good idea to have some cash with you just in case your credit card is declined or I don't know, the seller does not accept credit or a debit card. Tip number 3. If you are a student, make sure you have your student ID card with you. In most places, the ticket is half price for students, so you can save money. Day 1. Visiting the old downtown. So we started from Museu do Amanhã. It's a fantastic modern museum in the history part of the city. I like the idea of constructing this place in this neighborhood among ancient buildings. Then we head to the art gallery after having kebab squares and coconut milk from street food sellers.
Thank you.
It's a must-see art gallery. Wow, I loved it. We have been in many art galleries in different cities. This one was really great, so make sure you don't miss it. Then on our way to Celeron Steps, we went to a beautiful church. If you go this way, you will see several ancient buildings, all of them worth visiting. If your time is limited, just check Google Map and see which places are marked and highlighted. Usually famous places are bold on Google Map and visitors leave comments. Fortunately, they are all close to each other in this area and you can visit them on the same day. Lunchtime. Buffet restaurant is something usual all around the world. But buffet per kilogram was a new concept for us. In this type of restaurant, you weigh your food and pay for what you want to have. Interesting. By the way, if you randomly go to a restaurant in Brazil, most probably you will have something delicious. For lunch, we went to Zabor restaurant. I was surprised when I saw the price. It was just 60 reals per kilogram, which was cheap, I think. Next stop, Scadaria Celeron, or Celeron Steps. It's a unique place in the Rio. The story is that in 1990, an artist named George Celeron started renovating steps that ran along the front of his house. He used 2,000 tiles collected from over 60 countries around the world. And their colors are blue, green, and yellow, the color of the Brazilian flag. It took 23 years to be completed. Coffee break. Again, I just checked the Google map to find a place for having coffee. At Cafe Com Art, we had a delicious coffee with a cake that I forgot the name. Something that was very noticeable in our trip was the level of sweetness of desserts, cakes, and confections in general. Amazing! It exactly was our taste. Not sweet, not tasteless. Uh, Keep going to this place, Arcos da Lapa. Originally, it was built in the middle of the 18th century. It was an aqueduct used for bringing water from Carioca River to the Rio de Janeiro city. But since 1896, its usage changed for tramway line. Day 2, Maracana Stadium. Brazil is football, and football is Brazil. You are in Brazil and you don't go to a football stadium? No way. This stadium was opened on 1950 to host the FIFA World Cup. Many football legends played in this stadium, from Pele to Neymar. Easily you can get to this place by metro. Bring your student ID card to get 50% discount on the ticket. Then we wanted to head to the municipal market in Benfica neighborhood. But when we got off the metro, I told my wife, I don't want to be in this place. Actually, that was the only time in Rio I felt unsafe and unsecure. So we didn't go. Maybe we should have taken an Uber from metro station to the market. Anyway, we missed it. So we decided to bike in the beach. That plan also failed because we needed 2 phone numbers to create 2 accounts for getting the bikes. But we just had 1 phone numbers, 1 Brazilian phone numbers. I asked the support center and they said there is a plan by which you can get multiple bikes with 1 account. but this option was not available for all stations. I mean, this was active just in specific bike stations. Anyway, it took some time to fix the problem, and we missed the afternoon. But biking in the beach at night was a happy ending for our not pleasant afternoon. Well, thanks for watching this part. In next video, I'll tell you what we did in the rest of our trip in Brazil. Have a good one.